Magic 107.5, 97.5, the real sound of Atlanta. Ryan Cameron Uncensored. We got Slim in the building, co-host today.
Man.
And we're just taking your reactions right now. 404-741-1075. The question really is, was this a win for Diddy or a loss for the government? Or is it vice versa? Like, is it one of those, well, at least we got him charged with something?
Man, you know what? I think it was just a loss on everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think nobody can take a win off of none of this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate what happened with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's somebody people looked up to, and you know what I'm saying? And he was shown in this light. There was no win on for any of the victims or anybody that was involved in the situation. So it just like, to me, it's more like you learn something from this.
Slim, do you think this is going to end the flued out era of the girlies?
It should. I mean, hey, I listen to all the people saying that, you know, they're bosses and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, guess what? Let's take we need to take a boss approach to it. If this is something you want to do, you fly yourself. You travel yourself and you do this. This is on your wheel. You know what I'm saying? And I
pay for my own flight.
Yeah,
hold
pay
on
for.
now.
I want to hook it up.
Diddy, look what you did.
I mean, that's just one of the many things of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you really pay attention to all the things that were placed here, what constitutes this crime, right?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And when you break it down, some things that we've been glorifying and been kind of brushing underneath the table. Hey, man.
It's Magic 107.5, 97.5, the real sound of Atlanta. Ryan Cameron Uncensored. Ryan will be back on Monday.
Hey.
All right, but in the meantime, as we continue our streak of celebrity hosts and friends of the show, I don't want to do that celebrity host. It's friends of the show.
Yeah, man.
Slim from 112.
Yeah.
In the building. In the building.
So as we've been, breaking down the whole Diddy trial and the verdict and everything, and I want to thank you for being candid.
Yes.
Because you got a lot of cats in your position that will try to, how can I say, Bonnie, skirt around the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, because 112, you said Diddy had a huge impact on just y'all's group.
On our whole legacy.
Yeah. And one of the callers mentioned, like, just people around him. Did you ever see anything around him? Did you know? Like, was there any weird feelings?
Not at all.
Okay.
With us, we never saw any of that. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it's unfortunate that I'm hearing this stuff now. But mind you, now we left in 2003.
Okay.
So when we left, we looked at it as business. It's like business. But at the same time, yes, did we have a relationship with Puff? Yes. Mm-hmm. But thank God for the people that were around us, too. We had a strong squad. So all from C-Bear to Greg Browning to, you know what I'm saying, all our squad that was around us, you know what I'm saying, made sure that, hey, you don't get caught up in nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's work for us. And then, you know what I'm saying?
You can kind of keep going from there.
Yeah.
It's Magic 107.5, 97.5, the real sound of Atlanta. Ryan Cameron Uncensored. Ryan will be back on Monday. Mm-hmm. But the special guest for today is Slim from 112.
Man.
It's the S, the L, the I, the M.
Facts.
Having a good time here, man. 107.5 man. Appreciate you, Ryan. Let me be on here. Man, you do my steps, man.
Yeah,
I know the steps.
Man, you know what?
Man, I miss a good group step.
Man, you know what? See, that's the reason why we need to bring back groups.
Yeah.
Man, I just had a conversation. I just did an interview about that, and we're trying to make that happen a little bit.
Okay,
but
wait.
see.
So,
okay.
whoa. That means 112 is coming back. Bonnie. Y'all are coming together. What's up?
I was talking about another group.
No.
But
112 gonna
112
come back.
is always here. So
okay, hold on. I understand. No, I understand the proper answer because you want to make sure and you want to keep things in line.
Yep.
Okay. We asked Q the same question. Okay. And Q said, listen, the anniversary is coming up soon. Right, the whole how many years has it been for 112?
Almost 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
The anniversary is coming up.
That's right.
And there's no reason.
And that's the reason why you.
There's no reason why there should be money left on the table.
There's no money left on the table because
I'm just saying,
having a
coming
30-year
in.
anniversary. We're having a 30. Live Nation is giving us a world tour. We're bringing the whole world to Room 112.
So this is the official word.
So this is the thing. No, that's happening, and unlike the former you're talking about, hey, listen, the people that are sitting on the stage are the ones that they want to be on the stage.
Everybody's down for this show.
Everybody except for.
No,
we're
there's
asking,
no exception.
is everybody in 112 down to come on stage together and give us
No, I mean,
112?
y'all must not have been paying attention to everybody's posts and stuff like that.
No. That's
Exactly.
why we had you.
So that's why I said I can only speak for me and my cousin Mike. We're the ones that's been continuing to keep 112's name and the brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No man bigger than the brand. You know what I'm saying? We never cheated it. We never quit from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why 112 is still right here. And that's the reason why Live Nation, you know what I'm saying, giving us this opportunity. So for the ones that's on the stage, they want to be on the stage.
Okay.
That's been discussed and that's been shown 7 years ago.
I feel like I need to see the group chat because I'm confused.
Because people's opinions and the actuality, the facts of what, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with 112 is two different things.
I see.
I mean, because the group is iconic. You guys are.
Yes.
I have a shirt. I have a hoodie that says "I am the culture."
Yes.
You know, and that hoodie should be extended to y'all.
Yes.
Y'all are the culture.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
are.
from the slow ballads to the fast moving, the
up-tempos, the
dancing.
mix. I
Man,
get it.
it's just been everything.
Even the clothes and everything like
Yeah.
that. That's what we brought to the work. You know,
Yeah.
I get it. And we're still bringing it.
So I just want to let everybody know that it's just a coincidence that Slim ended up here today.
Facts.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, my
Get it?
God.
Please don't think we said, okay,
Yeah, we
we
ain't set
gotta
it
get
up.
We
Slim.
got to get Slim up here.
It's not my fault that God aligned the stars for this to happen, okay?
Right. The radio gods have smiled
They
down.
did
Wow.
what they had to do. So speaking of that, we are talking about the Diddy trial and the verdict came out. Would you work with Diddy again knowing everything that you know now?
No, well, I mean, we're on to a whole nother situation. We're self-contained to where we can do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? And but as far as like music is concerned, we don't look at a person because if that was the case, we could not work with anybody.
Okay, so
I'm
it
telling you
is
that.
a personal versus business for you. It's two different things when it comes to dealing with artists. Like some people say R. Kelly.
Right. That's
You
the
know?
reation why 112. We had our love for Diddy then. You know what I'm saying? But we left in 2003.
Yeah.
Why? Business.
Okay.
So that's the way we look at it. You know what I'm saying? And as of now, it's just like any other great artist. Or you know what I mean? You have to find your own path.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so many people in the world you can work with. So it's all love.
Yeah.
So the day that Diddy plucked you guys out of Atlanta and brought you into New York to get the styles down, what was running through your head as a young man at that time?
Crazy. Like what? First of all, what in the world have I done? Because I mean, I never went outside of my community in Cleveland Avenue. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first time
Oh,
I
you
ever
from
got
Cleveland now?
112 is from Cleveland Avenue.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Man,
we went to George High.
That's rough out
you know
there.
What I'm saying? Well, it's all good.
That's rough.
If you're
Look,
from
they
the
was doing
community,
their
it's
R&B
sweet.
steps up out of there into New York. So,
Hey,
they did
Puff
their thing.
decided to sign us when we tried it. We thought we were going to be signed with Dallas Austin, but you know what I'm saying? He picked us. We're in New York. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at how New York was ran. You know what I'm saying? And like we wanted to know all the culture, everything about it. So you got 4 church boys going up to New York, seeing what it is. So that's what makes us really special. The fact that we can go from one state, go to a whole nother state, completely take over that state, and just run our whole culture. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
Yeah, man.
So with everything that's happening in nowadays, and I know that you're kind of what's the word I want to look for? Hindsight is 2020, and you've been on the hey, listen, we gotta do better as men, we gotta do better as a community. Giving Diddy a phone call. Let's say he walks out of court and giving him a phone call. What would be the first 2 things that you would say coming out your mouth to him?
Man, I would say, hey, let's get closer to God.
Okay.
Well, because everything else, and like we've heard everything else in his life
Right.
Might as
on
well.
television. Everything's been posted out here. Let's get closer to God. You know what I'm saying? Let's close down everything else. You know what I'm saying? Let's, because nothing else matters. And he's a smart man too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He knows it. I guarantee you, while he was sitting there in this, in his room, he's probably looking around like, in hindsight too. Now that the lights are off, the money's ain't, you know what I'm saying? The money's not here, and the alcohol's not flowing or whatever. Who's around? And now you start seeing what really matters. Not the women, not the money, not the flashy, none of this stuff around the world, the Sandro Pay, the yachts. What really matters is your relationship with God.
Right.
And let's start there.
Let's talk about the R&B scene now. You mentioned bringing back groups. So are you thinking about putting a group together? I've seen some young boys that have done some songs that you guys did. So talk about the R&B scene, especially here in Atlanta.
So I would say this, because I have seen a couple of groups here. You know what I'm saying? One I spoke on another interview. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that, you know, in the culture that we're in now, everybody's not about we, us, and our. They're about me, myself, and I. Yeah. What can I do? You know what I'm saying? And in a group, you have to be selfless. If you have any selfish bone in your body, you're going to be the cancer of the group.
Is that the reason why you think there's no more groups around?
Yeah.
Because there's only one group I know, and that's Boys to Men. Their kids.
Yes, okay.
There's Flow. There's some new groups that are popping up.
They have some, you know what I mean?
I'm saying that I know of.
But you know what? But and then even with that, right? Are they on the mainstream level as where we were? You know what I'm saying? Let's say a Jagged, or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, right. And there's a reason for that. And you know, a lot of that is that kind of thought process. Now, mind you, you're seeing one more that way because their dad. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But so their mental is right. But now the powers that be, which are the labels and the people that put the monies behind that, they have to say, well, okay, we're not going to buy one ticket. We got to buy 4 tickets. And we got to do 4 hotels. And then we got to buy all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it costs more money to break records and stuff like that. Are we still there? In the 90s, we made group. You know, we created superstars. Now, this is a microwave situation. People are just popping up on TikTok.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So 3 seconds can determine a person's career,
right,
as opposed to our situation. We had to kiss the babies.
Right.
Now, is it inevitable that in all groups, though, you just become a solo act at some point?
Well, that's crazy to me because I never wanted to be solo. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say that. In my situation, I was put in a situation where I had to make a decision because I had bills to pay.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, you have other people who have ego situations. Whatever the situation is, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you don't have the mindset of saying, hey, I'm going to do this, but my initial thing is your group, then, and that's what's so crazy about groups. It's hard because you have individual thought processes,
right,
and time and change. You know what I'm saying? People grow away apart, and that's cool.
All right, it's Ryan Cameron Uncensored.
Tell us what.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Like music, where do people go? What's going on?
I have a new single entitled "Somebody to Love." You know what I mean? So, I mean, all the DJs around the United States right now. I've been traveling all over the place, and everybody like, "Hey, Slim, you got a bop." You know what I'm saying? So, I want you all to, you know what I'm saying, check it out. It's on all platforms right now. I was telling y'all a little bit earlier. 112, we're embarking on our 30-year anniversary, and Live Nation is giving us a chance to invite the world to Room 112. So that's starting in November, from November 15th to all the way to February, and then we're going to go even further than that. So we just got a lot of things in the community. I know people have seen me on, you know, I'm in Henry County, so my cousin Sheriff Reginald Scandrett, along with Shaq. We just did something out there with Roddy White, Julio Jones. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, we're just working in the community, working with the kids. I got stuff over here. Welcome all right here. Nice. Me and my partner Greg Browning. You know what I'm saying? We're bringing back. You know what I'm saying? 1K. That's our charity. You know what I'm saying? Bringing back. You know what I'm saying? The recreational sports and cheerleading.
Real quick, y'all.